So a reward for breaking our sword is a new puzzle, this one involving a telescope. As we look through the telescope at the stars in Richter's mind, galaxy, universe, space, we can see that they're red, and there's a lever right here that lets us change the symbols of what we're looking at. Now, as we do this, the colors of the stars in the telescope will change. You may remember that the podiums on the ground for Aquarius and Sagittarius had different colored buttons. So what we have to do here is pretty obvious. We have to find the symbols representing Aquarius and Sagittarius and see what colors their stars are. Aquarius right there, light blue. Sagittarius is green. Once you know this, you can go back down to those podiums and press the correct buttons. You don't actually have to do this puzzle. If you already know the colors of the buttons, you can just press them, and the puzzle will be solved. D isn't a game that will punish you for not getting the hints before you solve the puzzle. If you already know what to do to solve it, just go ahead and solve it. It won't stop you. And if this is your first time playing through the game, and you're at those podiums and you're just pressing random buttons, if you got the right ones, puzzle solved. D doesn't really care how you solve the puzzle, just as long as you solve it. This goes for the other puzzles as well. The number box. I didn't actually have to go to that door that said 78. I could have just gotten 78 on the number box before I went to that door, and it would have opened. Or the piece of paper in the soup. I didn't need to do that. I could have just opened the number 4 drawer and the number 2 drawer. I would have gotten the crank. So these puzzles can certainly be done without actually getting the in-game hints. Of course, the most frustrating puzzle in the game, as mentioned, is the wheel. And believe me, if you've never played this game, you don't really know just how bad the wheel is. I like this game, but I really don't know what they were thinking with that section. And how many times do you actually have to turn that wheel? Well, if this is your first time through the game, I'm gonna guess it's gonna take you upwards of 60 times, maybe more. Like I said, it's the main time filler of the game. Anyway, here's Sagittarius, who is green. Yeah, I mean, the wheel, I cut just about all of it out. And that's quite a bit of video footage right there, and I knew what to do with it. And Aquarius is light blue. And the treasure chest is now accessible. Those spikes cannot stop us from getting it anymore. But as for that wheel, yeah, I mean, I can't really think about just how much time it took me to do that the first time through, but I did run up against the time limit afterwards. I had to play through the game again. And speaking of wheel turns, how many turns was it to get back to that room with the... Oh, right, it was 10. Look up. Look up. He's always above you, every single time. Look up.
Laura. Soon I will be transformed. When that happens, my new self will have need of you. This other self is one I cannot control. It is he who has done these horrible things. Laura, leave here. He wants you.